Hey! Hi! How you doing? This is the Gamertron, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. Alrighty, seeing as how my last Paragon video was over 9 months ago, almost a year ago, I think it's about time I made an updated video about it. Hey, you think that's a good idea? Let's do that. So, Paragon, the third-person free-to-play action MOBA from developer Epic, has come a long way since my last video with a ton of updates, a ton of changes, a ton of new additions. And as it stands now, I honestly believe that Paragon is one of the best free-to-play games on the market right now, a must-own if you play free-to-play games, if you're looking for things to play for free. It's simply an excellent option, whether it be on PC or PS4. Now, I've made it very clear in the past that I'm not into top-down MOBAs. I'm all up for MOBAs, but I'm more into the third-person action-type MOBA with games like Smite, Gigantic, and there's not really a lot of other third-person action MOBAs. Yeah. So in that department, Paragon is tapping into an underappreciated subgenre, being the third-person action MOBA. But unlike its competitors, Smite and Gigantic, Paragon has the unique advantage of having video game developers with knowledge and experience, and the tools of the AAA games industry, which is one of many obvious reasons why Paragon looks absolutely beautiful, utilizing the Unreal 4 engine to its fullest. Not only is Paragon the best looking MOBA of all time out there right now, not only is it the best looking free-to-play game out there of all time right now, but it's also one of the best looking video games out there on the market right now. Truly, Paragon looks gorgeous. The Unreal 4 engine is used in phenomenal ways in terms of texture quality, animation, lighting, special effects. Paragon is a beautiful game to look at, and I thought I might as well just get that out of the way right now. It's the most obvious quality about Paragon. But visuals aren't everything. Let's move on to the more important stuff: gameplay, content, the real reasons to give Paragon a try, and how the game has evolved since I last talked about it almost a year ago. Well, as of making this video right now, Paragon currently has 31, you heard me, 31 different playable characters. Now, anyone who's played a MOBA or a hero shooter knows that the playable characters are the most important aspect of the game. They make, and in some cases, break the game. And Paragon's 31 different playable characters add a huge variety of content, different playstyles, replayability, and opportunities for a variety of different kinds of matches with different hero team compositions. Next to the absolutely gorgeous visuals, this is one of the strongest, if not the strongest aspect, even more so than the visuals, of Paragon is its unique, different playable characters, who are each unique and different from one another in terms of playstyles, abilities, and visual looks. We've got casters, we got tanks, we got DPS, we got melee, we got ranged, we got stealthy characters, we got aggressors, berserkers, snipers, AoE dealers, and so much more. There is a character in Paragon's roster that suits you, but that won't matter unless you enjoy the base gameplay, and I'm going to admit right off the bat, the base gameplay is not going to be for everybody. While Epic has done some very admirable attempts to make the gameplay more accessible, more free-flowing, more smooth, it is still not going to be for everybody, because unlike other third-person action games, Paragon still retains that kind of rigid clunkiness, that more methodical, slow pace of a MOBA, as this game still is, at the end of the day, a MOBA. So you're going to be leveling up your characters every match, you're going to be buying gear that increases and modifies your stats and abilities, you're going to be escorting minions, killing minions, destroying towers, protecting your own towers, heading into the jungle to kill creeps and mobs and get special bonuses. If you've played a MOBA before, you know what I'm talking about. However, I personally find that Paragon adds enough of a third-person action vibe and enough third-person action mechanics and controls that it finds enough of a balance that it can be appealing to both MOBA players and third-person action game players, as combat is satisfying. The unique sound effect and unique visual effects that happen when you take down a minion or an enemy player are quite satisfying. And I find in Paragon, more so in other MOBAs, that when late game starts, when all the heroes on both teams are fully leveled up, everybody has their abilities unlocked, they've bought full sets of gear, when we get near the end of the match where both teams are making their final pushes to destroy the enemy's cores, this is where the game gets really tense, really exciting, really fun, and what were once slow movement speeds and slow attack speeds quickly transformed to something you would see in a more typical action game PvP, like for instance Overwatch or Battleborn. And thanks to all the unique gameplay styles, all the unique abilities to each of the 31 unique characters, it guarantees that not every match is gonna be the same. There's gonna be a variety of variables to each match: which character you play as, what gear you take, which lane you go on, how you play, how you react. Despite Paragon having only one map, and I'm about to get into that, despite it having only one map, there was a ton of replayability in the gameplay mechanics, in the content, in the gameplay sandbox tools, toys, and mechanics at your disposal, that there are a plethora of unique and satisfying experiences to be had in Paragon. That being said, you're going to be having these experiences on the same map over and over again, and I think this to be the biggest fault of Paragon so far. Has been since the last video I made 9 months ago, almost a year ago. And here's the bizarre thing about Paragon. Epic, instead of just adding a new map on top of their already existing map that they had 9 months ago, they decided to scrap that map and make a brand new map from scratch, the current playable map called Monolith. And while it is a great map, it confuses me to no end why they threw away perfectly good content with their previous map. There was literally no reason to scrap that, to remove that. Hopefully it gets added back into the game, because that is what I believe to this day, and it was my same big problem with Paragon 9 months ago, almost a year ago, was that there was only one map to play on. I really do hope Epic brings back its previous map while adding new ones in the future to Paragon. I understand the perspective of you want players to learn this map, you want people to get used to this map, form strategies and tactics surrounding around this map, but you can only do that for so many hours. Yes, you have 31 different playable characters, and that is awesome, and it adds a great amount of replayability and variety. But that also applies to maps. And this is where I find Paragon is losing to its competition with other MOBAs and third-person action MOBAs like Smite, Gigantic, Dota, and League of Legends, because even all of those games have more than one map. However, Paragon is completely free to play. It's not charging any money, so you know what? I can kind of understand them getting away with the whole one map ordeal. It is a beautiful map. Monolith looks gorgeous with its textures, vegetation, lighting, water effects. It does look beautiful. It does use the Unreal 4 engine to its full advantage. I will admit, this is total personal preference. I would prefer to have more maps in Paragon. I can understand the argument of having just one map for the sake of the competitive nature of the game and making it easier to learn the game with having only one map. I would personally prefer to have more maps, but that's just me. Now moving on to the unique statistics customization system of Paragon, its cards system. In Paragon, you build a deck of cards unique to each of your characters. These cards providing you with boosts, bonuses, and overall changes and additions to your characters, allowing each character already having a unique playstyle all to your own. With the card system, you now can have multiple sub-playstyles to that base playstyle, different builds for that character if you would. And this is where more of the replayability, more of the content comes into play. Because as you play the game, as you level up, as you unlock rewards for completing daily challenges, getting daily wins, and unlocking RNG loot boxes, you gain more and more cards of different varieties and different rarities. This allows for a multitude of customization and experimentation for your favorite heroes. There's a lot of depth, there's a lot of intricate decisions that can be made using the card system for creating multiple different and effective personal builds for your heroes. While the system is very complex at first, once you get a handle on it, once you get an understanding for it, it becomes a bit of an addiction to start building multiple decks for each of your favorite characters, allowing you to play that hero in a whole new way. The card system is very effective, very good. Finally, we come to content. Now, there's only one game mode available, and only one map, as I mentioned earlier, and while those are the downsides and the lack of content to Paragon, everything else is extensive. With your 31, as of making this video, playable heroes right now, with many more to come, each of them having multiple deck card builds, extensive leveling up and individual progression systems, a multitude of really beautiful looking cosmetic skins to unlock, as well as emotes and poses. There's a lot to work for, there's a lot to unlock in Paragon right now. And the progression system is fairly fair, and it gives you a lot of opportunities for double XP, double currency rewards, free loot boxes and keys, And the microtransaction pricing model is also reasonable for a free-to-play game. And with all these aspects, all these elements analyzed, I come to the conclusion that Paragon is one of the best free-to-play games and one of the best MOBAs out there on the market right now. I highly recommend at least giving it a try. It's obviously not going to be for everybody, but the beautiful visuals, the unique different playable hero characters, its own unique third-person MOBA action gameplay, and all the content, customization, and progression that's available to you, it leaves me with an easy, glowing recommendation to download and play for free Paragon on PC or PS4. Anyways, that's been a video. I hope you liked the video. If you did indeed enjoy the video in any way, shape, or form, please be sure to hit the like button. The like button helps you, helps me, helps everybody involved with the video. If you hit the like button, please leave a comment. What are your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on this video and on Paragon? Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions in the comment section down below. I love reading comments. Again, nearly enough comments. Please leave a comment. If you want to help out and support this video, then please share it on social media, Twitter and Facebook. And if you want to help out and support me directly, well, there's always Patreon. Anyways, guys, that's been the video, and I'll see you all later.